He was really solid, waited for the bad ball, and just chose the right moments. But obviously with Razzie, who made 41, and he's been in our top three bats all season. Raz made over 250 runs, and he was caught going for the big hit for 41, which again just gave the LePage guys a bit of a sniff, because it was only about 3 or 4 overs to go when Frank Licano joined him. And look, Frankie was solid, and Dylan did the job and hit the winning run. So well done to those guys. And as mentioned, it's 4 in a row. And as I've said in previous episodes, the game against Hampton Central was obviously the one that we'd be ruining. And as it turns out, had we won that game, we'd be fighting Brighton Union for a spot before this round. It would have been quite clear. So anyway, that's that. But when you've been rolled for 70 odd twice this season, you can't really expect to be a serious finals contender. So at least we've got some momentum, and we've got a good platform for this year.
It's about drawing the positives from this year. And Whitey's got a stack load of runs. Bigsy's he's gone to the top of the order and done very well. You've got Razzie. Brad Diamond's probably been one of the better opening bowlers in the competition.
Andy Lee's back as well. He's leading the wickets for the season.
But again, you're going to finish 6 wins if you beat.
If we win, we'll be on 7 wins.
7 wins, which is a fantastic result. So. No, it's been a very good year. Very good year.
Absolutely, and obviously, that's been done without yourself, who we'll be relying on 500 runs a year. So,
Well, it just goes to show you can never rely on one person, does it?
That's right.
And sometimes it works out that other people have to, really push harder and do a bit more, and as a result, you're staring down 7 wins.
That's right, and as you say, we've got people who've chipped in at different times throughout the season that's resulted in wins. You've got the improvement in Brad Lovell, who played a role in winning the game before. As we mentioned about James White, Dylan Jantz showed something last week. Bryce's come back to get back in the ones, and he'll only get better once his shoulder's right. So look, it's fantastic that all those kids who are 24 and under are starting to build a platform for the club over the next 5 to 10 years, which is good. Now, I guess another positive story is the fact that the Twos won after basically being...
Can they stay out of relegation or not? If they win this game?
If they win this game, actually, I think they're playing Brighton Union, which is going to be tough, particularly with Congo Rosietis, but that's a question as to whether he plays. We'll know this round. A&A beat Hampton United, making 6 for 150, with James Fergus back in the Twos, and he made 40, batting at 4. And the Bartman, the monster, top scorer with 56 not out. Well done, Barty. And in reply, Hampton United, they batted the 38 overs and fell 12 runs short, finishing 4 wickets down.
How's Dicko going?
Dicko made 35, and Kumar top scored with 53. But Stewie Craven did his job with the ball, and 2 for 26 off 9 overs. 4 wickets down after 38 overs. You would have thought that United might have been a bit closer to a win there, but getting Mark Bell out early for a duck, I think in the second or third over, it's huge. So well done to the guys, and as mentioned, if they beat Brighton Union in the final round, then they could possibly jump up 2 spots.
So one by a run, 2 runs.
No, that's only a shield.
Oh, sorry, what am I?
We'll go back. We'll go.
Like I said, I'm still feeling the effects of last week.
Yeah. Thirds one, they rolled Carnegie South for 69 off, I think, 35 overs or something like that. Samuel Wolf taking 3 for 7, and Chops Wilson 3 for 17. And in reply, A&A passed 5 down. Bit shaky, but Tim White providing the backbone there, finishing 27 not out.
Is there a chance of going up? Didn't want to go up?
Yeah, look, I think he's just going to be focusing on playing a role for the finals. I think Samuel Wolf gets what he wants when it comes to playing for finals.
Fair enough, too. So.
And in the fourths, A&A, Des Falconer, they're on top of the ladder, the fourths, making 6 for 143.
Are they only struggling to get in? No,
the thirds are thereabouts. They're in the 4, but they need to win just to make sure. But the fourths, A&A, 6 for 143. Pat Gatto, top scorer with 48. Tim Wright, the Ghost, 25, as well as Brett Williams making his first hit for the season after 3-4 games, making 25. So well done to Brett. And in reply, Aspinall fell 5 runs short, so it was a bit of a tight game for Desi's mob. But Des Falconer finishing with 3 for 8 to put it to bed. Also with El Khoury and Paul Knight taking 2 wickets each as well. So
that's good.
well done to the Force. And in the final game, and what denied us free drinks on Saturday night was the Fifths unfortunately losing 8 for 209. Chelsea Heights batting first with Scott McGeechan, who has been a good acquisition with the club, a friend of Frank Lucano's, and he's been dominating the lower grades, and I think he'd be pretty keen to go higher next season. He took 5 for 40, and in reply, A&A unfortunately all out for 98, so disappointing for the Fifths. They've, after having some problems early with numbers during the season, they started to get some momentum and were out just in contention for the fall until they've lost the last couple of games, which has killed their run, unfortunately. But
you're playing like Chelsea Heights third, so you're always going to struggle against teams like that. So. Yeah,
that's true. Under 16s won, which was great. They defeated Bentley 3 for 130 in reply to Bentley's 4 for 77. And the under 12s unfortunately lost, chasing Mackey's 110. With Sharm Srinivasan taking 3 for 6, Bentley A&A in reply were 6 for 93. So I think they batted first A&A.
Are they playing
93? I think they are. They're in the 4. But yeah, look, I think they just need to win the final game just to make sure of it.
That's good.
So that's A&A in round 10, and as we mentioned, the thirds and fourths are definitely up for finals if they win, and the ones if we beat Uniting Union, I think our best chance is to finish fifth.
I'm more interested in the twos getting a win against Brighton and staying in
Woolno.
I know there's all these peripheral,
but let's keep it into our control.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. So moving into Longmere Shield, and Bentley Uniting, the bookends basically this game, Uniting versus Amiga. Amiga made 8 for 119 with Tim Mullane top scoring with 35 and Patrick with 25. Damien Britt 4 for 18 and Ash Russell getting again keeping things tight 2 for 29. In reply, Uniting passed them 5 down with Ash Russell making 44 and Brett Ernst, he's in form now on Saturdays.
Your boy.
Yeah, look, he's made 31 and I think that'll do him a world of good when it comes to confidence in the finals.
It's time to the crease, isn't it? So
that's right. And obviously, there's a lot of people putting a bit of pressure on Woolno Shield to try to crack into that 11 at the business end.
So, rather than talk about it last, where are we at with the media in terms of who's going to go down? Is it all, again, are we basing the results on Woolno? Is it
Amiga
dictate where we...
Are you talking about A&A's Woolno side?
More about who's going to go down from Longmere this year.
Well, Amiga are definitely last. I think the other teams above Amiga are on 18 points. They're on 0, so it can't change.
So that's no good, but that's fine. But in terms of what's happening in Wool now is wash-ups. So if wash-ups win, they'll obviously put their hand up to go up, and that would be a pretty logical swap. Yeah. Chelsea Heights, I'm not sure whether the CMCA would want them up. I don't know whether Chelsea Heights want to go up. It creates a bit more of murky. Like Moorabbin West, where are they?
Moorabbin West
section, or
yeah, they are. But again, they've lost the last 3 Woolno Grand Finals, and they're just starting to show signs of.
So really, if Washington don't win, by default, Amiga will stay up in Longmere.
I'm going to suggest that that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah. So. To keep it in our hands, we need to win in Woolno Shield, but Amiga would need to hope that Washington Park don't win Woolno Shield for them to remain in Longmere. I'd be confident that that's the scenario. Okay, so we move to the next game, and Hampton Central played Mackie. This is a great game because in the end, I think Hampton Central needed 8 off the last over to chase Mackie's 8 for 154. And they were in a bit of trouble, Mackie. They were, I think, 6 for 70 or something of that nature. And James Clements made 43 with Craig Park 28. So they got the score to something quite respectable, 8 for 154. And with Warrior and Gold taking 3 wickets each. And Hampton Central just fell short, needing 8 to win off the last over. They could only make 6. So they fell 1 short of Mackie's score.
And 2 wickets in hand as well.
Had the wickets in hand. Devola 33, Gold 32, and Anderson 27, and Newman 25. So all these blokes making starts, had one of them gone on to make 50, they would have won.